Hello guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. Today's video we are going to talk about how to reduce the mortality rate of your chicks for you who is engaged in poultry farming. This video is meant for those who are skeptical about this poultry farm activity because they wish to get into it, but they have informations like the chicks are so fragile, they are so sensitive to diseases, they die so much, and the business is so risky. But let me assure you that there's nothing out there which you could actually do and that is not risky. All what we do lack is proper information which could actually help us handle this risk. And this video is meant for you and those who are also already engaged in the activity and who are faced with this difficulty of having their chicks dying so much. So if you wish to know how to reduce your mortality rate of your chicks, stick up to the end of the video and get some points which I'll have to share with you. There are so many, but I'll just select key parts which will actually help you reduce the mortality rate. Something I said in my previous video about the language of my channel, I proposed to make a video in French and English, but this time along I will make two separate videos in English and in French. So if you're not yet subscribed, get subscribed for you to receive the notification of my videos. One could be in French and a day or two later the other one will come up in English. So stick up to the end and get some points in order for you to reduce your mortality rate of your chicks. Hello guys, my name is Beton Dormo. If you are new in this channel, welcome. I share with you here my experience in poultry farming, mostly broilers, and we're also going to talk about entrepreneurship of youth in Africa, mostly Cameroon, in order to be job creators. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some points which will actually help you reduce the mortality rate of your chicks for you who is already engaged into it and who is faced with huge mortality rate, or you who is actually trying to get into the business but is so skeptical or fearful about the risk engaged in this activity. The first thing you need to know about mortality rate in poultry farming is you shouldn't exceed a 5% mortality rate. No matter the number of chicks you do have, don't exceed 5%. The points I'm going to give you, there's so many, but I've selected key points which I will give you in order to reduce the mortality rate of your chicks. The first point here, we're going to talk about transportation. Under transportation, we're going to view it in terms of the time which you actually transport your chicks and how you do transport it. Talking about the time, it is important for you to know that you shouldn't transport your chicks during the hottest part of the day, that is in the afternoon when the sun is high up in the sky. The best hours here, it is either in the morning or in the evening. The second point about transportation here, which is how you actually transport them or you place them in the car, is very important because if you put the chicks which are in boxes in a way as they get inclinated on one side, the chicks down will be suppressed by the ones up, and those who are down will actually suffocate and die. Reaching your poultry farm, you'll just notice that many of your chicks are already dead. The second point here, we're going to talk about the security of your building. How secure it is. Does it allow the entrance of domestic animals such as cats, dogs, even stubborn kids? You could have stubborn kids at your home whom when you see them playing with your toys, you can imagine what they can do with your chicks. So you should prevent your stubborn kids from getting into your building. Another point, it is prophylaxis. Prophylaxis here, it is the measures you take in order to reduce infections like diseases on your chicks. Who says diseases says obviously death in case of non-treatment. Prophylaxis here could be divided into two: medical and sanitary. Medically here, we are talking about vaccines and medical protocols such like giving antibiotics when the chicks are sick. If you don't do that properly, if you don't vaccinate your chicks, you don't give them antibiotics when they are sick, be rest assured that you have chicks that will die. If you want to reduce or you don't give the necessary dose to the chicks, you might have yourself faced with high death. Another point still under this prophylaxis, it is sanitary. Make sure you do have an appropriate attire for you to get into your building. Don't let anyone, even you, leave from the external environment, get into the building without being disinfected. Prepare a disinfection solution and put it in front of your door. Disinfect your foot. If possible, wash your hands before you get into your poultry farm. Another point, another last on how to reduce the mortality rate, it is accidents. There are accidents which do occur in poultry buildings. What do I mean, or what example can I give you in order to illustrate this accident? I recently went to a poultry farm where I was actually helping. This guy had a bucket. It was old, and he filled it with water, and he got into the building with it and trying to give water to the chicks to drink. The bucket broke and fell on one chick who died immediately. The last point here, which is not actually your fault, it could occur, but you could do nothing really important or great to reduce the mortality rate. This is the strain of the chicks. If the chicks are not of good quality, it's just but obvious that they will die without even falling sick or without you having any accident. Just because they are weak of nature, the chicks will die. When you are faced with such situations, just call your supplier, show him the pictures. If possible, he could come to the poultry farm for him to actually notice it, and you are going to see how to handle the case. Thanks for staying up to the end of this video. If you appreciated it, thanks for liking. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment, tell me what you've learned about this video. Do you have any question? I'll be glad to answer as soon as possible. May God bless you and nice day.